The fire crackled warmly, casting its golden glow on the intrepid group huddled closely together in the heart of the Bengal forest. The chirping of crickets and the rustling of leaves formed a symphony of the night. Aniket, the oldest among them, leaned forward, letting the light illuminate his face and casting everything behind him in deep shadow. "Do you know the tale of Bhul Bhul?" he asked, his voice low and filled with an almost reverent tone. Curiosity piqued, the others drew in, the fear already palpable. "They say," Aniket began, "that long ago there lived a woman named Bhul Bhul. She was famed for her beauty and kindness, beloved by all in her village. However, beauty often attracts envy. Bhul Bhul was betrayed by someone she trusted deeply, accused of a crime she did not commit, an accusation serious enough that it led to her execution." Aniket paused, letting the weight of his words sink in. The fire popped and hissed, and shadows seemed to dance in the gloom beyond. "They brought her to these very woods," he continued with a glance around, "and there she took her last breath, her soul fraught with anguish and injustice. They say her spirit lingers, seeking revenge on those who wander too close to her resting place." Neil, nervously fiddling with a twig, dared to ask, "What does she do to them?" Aniket's eyes gleamed in the firelight. "She lures them with her mournful song. It is said that when you hear it, you become entranced, unable to resist her call. She leads you deep into the forest, where only darkness and despair await." As if on cue, a soft, melodious humming drifted through the forest. Everyone's heart skipped a beat. "Did you hear that?" whispered Tanaya, her voice quivering. "It's just the wind," tried to reassure Mahi, though the doubt was clear in her eyes. But the humming grew louder, more distinct. The friends huddled closer, scanning the darkness, their backs against the flickering firelight. "Stay together," mumbled Aniket, his earlier bravado dissipating. "It's just a story. Bhul Bhul can't be real." Yet their surroundings seemed to say otherwise. Shadows flitted at the edge of their vision, and soft whispers, like a echoed plea for help, drifted through the trees. Suddenly, the air temperature plummeted, their breath visible in pale puffs. "Aniket," said Neil, his voice barely a whisper, "we need to get out of here." As they began to gather their things, a chilling laugh floated through the air, sounding both near and far. The light from the fire turned erratic, casting eerie shadows that pranced like malevolent beings around them. Tanaya closed her eyes, trying to block out the haunting melody, but it grew louder, almost omnipresent. "Please, stop!" she cried. At that moment, Aniket noticed a faint silhouette amongst the trees, an apparition of a woman, beautiful and heartbreaking, her eyes hollow and filled with sorrow. It was her, Bhul Bhul. "We have to run," he commanded, grabbing his friends' arms and pulling them away from the campfire. But the forest seemed to stretch endlessly. Umbra embraced them, the path conspired to twist and turn, leading them deeper into the heart of the darkness. Bhul Bhul's song, ever present, tugged at their willpower, enticing them to give in. "Remember the story," gasped Mahi, catching her breath. "She seeks to ensnare us. Cover your ears." Desperate, they pressed their hands against their ears, but the song seeped through, ever so haunting. Aniket fell to his knees, the sight of Bhul Bhul inches away. Her expression softened, tears streaming down her transparent cheeks. Through the haze of terror he realized what she needed, recognition. "Bhul Bhul, we know your pain," he shouted, his voice raw and honest. "You were wronged, and we acknowledge it." Her form hesitated, the mournful song tapering off to a mere whisper. "If we honor her memory," Aniket cried, "perhaps she will let us go." Together they shouted, "Bhul Bhul, we honor you. We know you were innocent." Silence fell. Bhul Bhul gazed at them with a bittersweet smile before dissolving into a mist that the wind gently carried away. The friends, trembling and exhausted, looked at each other in stunned relief as the firelight once again flickered warmly. The path back emerged, clear and unthreatening. "We must leave now," Aniket said, voice shaking but resolved, "and always remember her tale." And so they did, forever bound by their night in the forests of Bengal, silently vowing never to forget the tale of Bhul Bhul and the spectral song that almost claimed them.